Someone asked me once, why should a minority attend this college? Looking around, you find that they're mostly Caucasians here.
I think, first of all, they should apply for the same reasons that other people apply.
We do read great books.
It has to be both the books and the conversation. You're learning so that you yourself become a greater person.
It allows you to discover what it is that you want, how it is you want to live your life, what it is that you want to create, what it is that drives you.
It's a place that gets to you in a way that most conventional universities don't get to you.
I don't think I could go back ever again to the way I'd looked at things before.
It completes the person, it completes whoever comes here.
I wish everyone had a St. John's undergraduate degree.
St. John's offers you the opportunity to learn for yourself in ways that you would never experience anyplace else.
That develops an intellectual diversity that you don't find on a lot of campuses.
Diversity as far as character and thinking, you'll find that in Access at St. John's.
Students more care about the nature of your mind rather than something silly like your skin color or your ethnic origin.
But in addition to that, we're really interested in trying to ensure that our student body reflects America and the world.
St. John's was the first college south of the Mason-Dixon line to voluntarily desegregate in 1947, and I was the student selected as the first student here. I was recruited by the students, and there again I think is a remarkable aspect of this entire history, and that is, in the ordinary situation, it's an easy thing for a school to make the decision that it's going to desegregate, and then it sits back and waits for students to apply. In the case of St. John's in 1947, that wasn't the case at all. The students took it upon themselves to recruit black students.
Conversation, I think, is much richer when you have people not only from different backgrounds in the same hemisphere, but also other places from the third world countries.
By sitting around in these roundtable discussions and hearing ideas and learning to work with just the ideas, it kind of teaches you tolerance, I think.
Another great flexible thing about St. John's is that the structure of the seminar is always present.
You can definitely find a niche at St. John's.
There was a group of us and we were interested in Spanish literature, and we formed this little seminar group, and we'd get together once a week and everything was in Spanish. We all spoke in Spanish, and we would read the works of Don Quixote, Borges, all the great Latin American authors, and we discuss them in the same format as in a seminar.
I felt like it was a very nurturing community.
They embraced me in a very real way, but in such a way that I didn't feel as if I was being treated as if I were something special. They just thought that I belonged in this community as the others did.
Anyone who believes that their identity is ingrained in the philosophies of Western thought and that they are a global citizen insofar as all of history affects everyone is a good candidate for St. John's, because that's what we dedicate ourselves to here.
There are thoughts and visions and arguments that have been made over the course of several centuries that predate your unique sensibility.
We make it a real priority not to let students just be comfortable with their location in history.
Gender, race, sexual orientation, class.
What we ask them to do instead is to question the very underpinnings of where they stand as human beings, as citizens of the world. Through that process, what students gain from St. John's is really a sense of themselves.
You're going to be able to, face life without being scared of it, because you could always question, you could always explore anything that comes your way.
It reminds you that the most important thing for you to do is to learn what it is to be a human being in the very best sense of that word.
If you want to find out who you are as a person, yes, St. John's is the place, no doubt.